Hi guys, this is Cobra Tom, and today's video is going to be the 2011 Scarlett from GI Joe Renegades. And she is not a new character. She is in all the forms of media. Cartoon, comics, cartoon movie, live action movie. She was not in the second actual movie, but she is possibly killed in that movie. They don't really show it, but many of the original characters, quote unquote, are killed at the beginning. So we're not really sure. But in many cases of TV shows and comics, she is romantically linked with Snake Eyes. And in the Sunbow movie, Sunbow movie and TV show, she is romantically linked with Duke. But in this version of Renegades, it's still Snake Eyes. And she is able to, with some sign language and some stuff, she's able to kind of understand Snake Eyes. Now, she is one of the original 13, and without her, I don't think that there would have been kind of other female action figures. I know kind of the first, if you would say, would be Princess Leia from Star Wars, but since Scarlett was in it, there were many other female characters. And now female characters for the new line are very popular, like Shooter. And it's kind of a shame that at the beginning of the time, she is not as popular because, understandably, this is for little boys about 5-6 years old. And they didn't want to be playing with girl dolls. But she still was able to endure and is a very popular character. And I just dropped her gun. But she was still one of the major characters all the way through all the media. Devil's Due, IDW, or Marvel from the very original. She was in the very first comment and all the way up until now even. So she's still very popular. And here's her first accessory. It is a very tiny, and as you could see, I was having a lot of trouble with this accessory. And it's a tiny, and on the back of the card, it is called a plasma pulse pistol. And on the file card, she has technically 4 accessories, although you can call this technically only 3. But here's her, as the file card will call it, a high-tech crossbow. This piece here, the curves, is on there tight. I mean, it won't fall down, but it does come off, and getting it on, at least for my little bit bigger fingers, has a heck of a time putting it on. And sometimes I have a heck of a time keeping it into her hands, because sometimes these are very thin and don't get into the figure's hands very well. And her fourth, as you were to call it, accessory is the figure stand, which is this GI Joe with a star in the middle there, and 2 pegs. And I don't normally see figure stands with 2 pegs. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just don't have the right kind. And it has Scarlett's name on it. And I actually do have, for this review, her file card. I have some file cards, but not very many. Not as many as I would like. And we have this here. It's, I hope you can see that, celebrating 30 years of a real American hero. And she is undercover agent. Her code name is, hope you can see that, Scarlett, undercover agent. Her file name is Shauna M. O'Hara. Her grade is lieutenant. And her place of birth is Atlanta, Georgia. And that's kind of a joke on, I think Larry Hama did, that in the movie Gone with the Wind, a character's name from Atlanta, Georgia, was called Scarlett O'Hara. So she's Scarlett Shauna O'Hara. So it's kind of a play on that. And her primary weapon is a crossbow. Her battle gear is a plasma pulse pistol. And the paragraph says, Scarlett is an undercover agent who believes that Cobra is not the nice organization that it appears to be. She is smart and computer savvy, trained in the martial arts, and an ace shot with her high-tech crossbow. Her sleuthing into the truths about Cobra causes the events that lead to the group becoming renegades. And a part of the group is Duke and Snake Eyes and three technically, but the other two are Roadblock and Tunnel Rat. And the other one is, if you can see him there, Ripcord. Now, he is in an accident when they first go into the Cobra thing, trying to capture Dr. Mindbender, who in this case, this is the vintage one. I don't have the Renegades one, but he looks very different in the Renegades one. He's just a regular scientist guy. He's got just regular haircut. He doesn't have any of that extra stuff. And in the show, Scarlett tries to stop Cobra from being able to run its evil experiments. And if you haven't seen it, I highly, highly suggest it. And I will show you some of the features from a vintage one. See, one of the reasons why GI Joe was kind of superior to Star Wars is that the head could move up and down and left and right. The arm could go up and around just like a Star Wars toy. But what they didn't have was bending elbows or have swivel arm battle grip, where the elbow, you could turn the arm around at the elbow. Now, Scarlett's original character came in the straight arm version in 1982, so that kind of shows you how long she's lasted. And they can bend at the knee here, like this. And Scarlett was able to kind of have several different versions of her, but I think that this is one of the best ones. Her head can turn, kind of goes up and down a little bit. She's got a nice long ponytail. Her arm is able to do the same thing here, lifts up. Oops. And you're able to bend the elbow. And she's got swivel arm battle grip. But they also have twists at the wrist, which allows them to do certain things that original action figures, while holding guns and stuff, weren't always able to do. Like holding rifles and these kinds of various things. And they also have a double knee bend and are able to put the foot all the way down, all the way up, and she has a ball joint at the ankle, and she's able to twist it all around. Now, with some of the other things, you're able to put her into different kind of poses, but some of the more important things is you can put her into vehicles easier, and with the newer articulation, they're able to fit better, and even in the original vehicles. Now, this is a vehicle that is an adventure people from play school, but I like to put her in it, and this is kind of her command vehicle, and she's kind of riding it around. And what I want to do sometime is there's a kind of a peg in here, and I want to drill a hole into a dowel, and then I want to be able to put Snake Eyes and her on this thing, and it would be the Renegades her kind of command vehicle with Snake Eyes. But that hasn't happened yet, and well, we'll get there when it gets there, I suppose. But I thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope that you guys will like and subscribe, and I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear your reactions. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's something I can change. Let me know if there's a figure you want to see, or a vehicle, or if I should get something. So let me know. I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time with a new review. Thank you very much. Goodbye.